Hello, everyone, and I welcome everyone back to another edition of, I don't know, I'm going to show you some more of my Milwaukee rap records out of my personal collection. I don't know which one this is, part 3, 4, 5, I don't know, somewhere in there. Um, as some of you might know, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I've been involved in the rap music coming out of Milwaukee for quite some time. I pulled out another handful of records that I want to share with you just to make you guys familiar with some of these records that I have been collecting over the years. So I'm just sharing. Allow me to share. I'm going to start off pretty hot. This first one I want to show you is it's a very rare record and a very coveted record. And I'm just going to give you the whole story. So let's just start from the very beginning. There's a rap group, or there was a rap group back in the 80s, I think, late 80s, early 90s. I think it was the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. And they were called MC Richie Rich and Scratch. Now they had their first release was on cassette. It was an EP. I think it has 4 songs. We used to just call it "In Your Wallet." I should have pulled that out and so I could show it to you. Matter of fact, hold on one second. Okay, so this is what their first release looked like. And the 4 songs: "To Your Wallet," "Let's Get Nasty," "It's Hip House," and "What Up." Extremely rare right here. Extremely rare. Their second release was a full album. Full album. It was also a cassette only release, and it was called "The Granddaddies of Them All." And that's how this one looks. Now, as far as what I can put together, and some of this is sort of like just kind of common sense among the record world, if you will, the vinyl world, if you will. I believe that they were going to release this on vinyl. And you know about test pressings. You know, they make a test pressing of whatever. They send the test pressings back to the artists, you know, on smaller labels or small labels. I know on the more major labels, they send them to the artists, back to the record company, to different radio stations for them to be played and approved so that they can go on and press more based off of the approval of that test pressing. So, it is obvious to me that Richie Rich and Scratch was going to make a vinyl release of this album. And thus, the test pressing came out. Now, the thing is the vinyl release never came out. So this was never officially released on vinyl. The only vinyl that exists is the actual test pressing. So let me show you that up close, what that label looks like. And due to these circumstances that the actual vinyl never came out, this would obviously make this the most, let me go back. This would make this the rarest piece of Milwaukee rap vinyl out there. The rarest piece. I don't know anybody else. I know there's a few floating around, but let me give you the story about this, or most of the story about this particular pressing. So, several years ago, a good buddy of mine, Kid Millions, rest in peace, my vinyl brother right there, he knew he's a vinyl dealer. We're both from Milwaukee, and he knew that I had been looking for this piece, for this record. And we all know, how rare it was. Well, I get a call one day, and John, aka Kid Million, says, "Hey man, I have some good news and I have some bad news." I said, "Okay." He says, "The good news is I found that record that you were looking for." I said, "Okay." He said, "The bad news is I just listed it on eBay and the opening bid is $200. So I say to him, I'll give you $300 for it right now. I give you $300 for it right now. I wanted this record. This is the hardest Milwaukee rap record to find, period." So John, being the super cool, super nice guy, that he says to me, "Actually, I have 2 copies of it that I found. So I'll just sell you the one for $200. And I'm like, done. I was on the road traveling at the moment. And as soon as I got, stable, I, PayPal'd him the money. And I think by the time I got home or right after I got back, because I was, had moved out to Phoenix by then. And I got it right away. Incredible. So, back to the copy that was on eBay. He calls me like a... Oh, John, I love you. I miss you so much, man. He calls me like a week later, when the auction ended. And I pick up the phone and he goes, "You son of a..." And I'm like, "What? What'd I do?" And he's like, that record, the Richie Rich record on eBay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Guess how much it sold for?" And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, $1,400. And I think the guy who bought it was out of Minneapolis, if my memory serves me correct. Yeah, I think that was the Minneapolis guy. $1,400. And I just had to laugh. And I said, "Hey, John." I said, "Hey, man, it went to a really good home." And then he started laughing. He's like, "I'm just messing with you, man." He was like, "But Andy Noble was his partner at the time because they had a store called Lotus Land on the east side of Milwaukee." He's like, "Well, Andy wasn't happy about it, but, And so we got a good laugh out of that. But, yeah, that's how I got my hands on this copy of Granddaddy's Of Them All. I've been offered $1,000 for this record, but I will never sell it. But I want to play you a few cuts. I think we'll be okay with this being an older Milwaukee record. I want to play some of these records for you that I pulled out. So let's just take a quick listen to some of the songs on here. All right, we'll just kind of skip around and see what's going on, so you can get a feel of what's on here.
I'm the Mac. When I roll up to the party, I'm always strapped, cause I'm the mellow, the cello, the jolly good fellow, the Mac in black who likes the F fellow. I'm the Mac in order, so. And since my name is Scratch Love, I'm good to go, cause Scratch Love ain't no joke. And when I leave a girl's house, you see the bedroom smoke. Yo, it helps dope. That was real dope. But check this out. These brothers and sisters paid a lot of money to hear Richie Rich and Scratch, so check it out. Bust one more.
Well, okay, one day at the lakefront, I was looking fly. Me and my boys was drinking brew and getting, I never slam stock, I only slam OE. It was me, Scratch Love, and Jack girls came up and said howdy. They picked me, Richie Rich, out of the crowd. I like the ladies with the braids or the freshly cut wraps, with tightly fitting jeans and the half-inch gaps, a well-developed chest, a nice bumping rear, the foxy brown sugars like my girl Pam Grier, the light-skin, dark-skin, a medium complexion, all ladies of the 90s giving Jimmy an erection, the Nubian queens who know that they look fine, bodies hooked up like them or own good time, the thick ones, the thin ones, the healthy ones, the skinny ones, many ones, plenty ones, but not just anyone. No, I'm not picky, just selective. I hate conceited bees, that's why they get disrespected. I like the night. This is for the ladies. This is for the ladies.
Let's flip this over and listen to a couple on the B side.
In my life, I don't smoke crack, cocaine, or pot. I got a lot of O's, so I'm keeping a knot.
Well, I'm not the king of the cuts on the two turntables. I'm the Richie Rich that keeps the microphone stable. So don't mix me up with the DJ's beat, cause my name starts off with an M and a C. I dance here from the right. All I am asking for is
I love this album.
so don't cry. Don't cry.
Try your eye.
Pass it right back to you. Cause yo, while you kill brain cells, your pain swells and all that. What type of lifestyle you call that? Strictly
Posse
take the
cut
bullets,
right
drop,
here,
and get paid
featuring
up. 'Cause while other
Rock
MCs
LaFlow,
left, I stayed up. Yeah, the kids
Stricky
paid
Love.
big dues. Take rappers and put 'em on
Who
and
else
tie 'em
is
up
on
like
here?
tin shoes. Funky enough for minutes.
B-Day Rock, I think is on
Cause
here.
real hardcore hip hop listeners need strict to say the stuff to make 'em bug out. The competition struck out. So head for the dugout. The dog in the house. Style and profile.
Block off then, collects knowledge and you bring protection and still fall prey to the pinnacle of pain. The whack is slain and the blood stains remain. Yeah, I get as evil as Sam Hain. My rhyme effect.
I'm the Mac, that's how I'm living. So all duck MCs catch me on Thanksgiving. Cause you step into the X with no pride. Yo, who's in the house right now? Y'all want me to shout you out? Alright. 16D is in the house. My man E Plays Smooth is in the house. Project X is in the house. DJ Rock D is in the house. My man DJ Craft is in the house. DJ Kid Moore is in the house. KLS is in the house. Sam Madam Chill is in the house. CE to the T is in the house. Themo DSC is in the house. And the Voodoo Priest is in the house. And my man Special K is in the house. And my man Kid Crab is in the house. And my man Chuck Chill is in the house. And D Crimes is in the house. Sugar C is in the house. Long Island Doc is in.
So yeah, he's shouting out all these Milwaukee legends. Man, I am so fortunate to have this in my collection, because this was that one, you know, when you're collecting something in particular, a group of records, and there's that one or two or three records that just, man, who knows? And that's the other thing. Nobody seems to know exactly how many of these were pressed. So, was it 4? Was it 5, 6? Was it 10? Nobody seems to know the exact amount. This is definitely, this is my number one holy grail in my entire collection. If something happened to this record, there's an excellent chance that I would never get another copy of this. So, there you have it. MC Richie Rich and Scratch. And by the way, those cassettes are extremely rare and extremely expensive when they do pop up. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This record, I'm not even sure if I've ever listened to this record before. Definitely gonna see. This is a record, let me show you. It's B.O.V. Can you see that? B.O.V. I don't know what that stands for. This was, let me see if there's a year on here. This writing on these things are so small. 1999. Ghetto, what does that say? Ghetto Soldiers Let's see how Ghetto Soldiers sound. Got a vocal. Ooh.
Work was up in. It was me and Dang Dang straight putting it down. Since '89, we was top of the line. And before that, Toledo, Ohio. While the home projects and welfare checks. Playing football, running from the law. My homie Slick Vic got called out. Tried to join the service, to face sentence. Seen him in the camouflage, dumping on a lot of trucks. What's up, Mr. Boy? I bet you got bucks. I ain't drinking much wine no more. I'm fresh out the door, it's been said before. What's up to the whole east side? What's up to the whole west side?
Yeah, so this has got that whole gangster rap feel to it. I wish I knew more about this. Came out in 99. I moved away in 98. So I didn't find out about this until much, much later. Let's listen a little bit of the B-side. One is called Song on the B-side, Your Own Risk. And then the last one is called Playing with Hustler. We'll listen to a little snippet of both of those.
Got nothing, I ain't gonna be nothing. See my mama cry. Prayed every day is a joy. One day if I can only find a way to make it all better, I write this letter. Play, we're doing it the hustler's way. Just like players play. We're doing it the hustler's way. Living life over beats with the swishy sweets. Hoping I don't die in these streets, but I'm a hustler. I got to get the change maintained. Laughing with my dogs when we hang out. Be up in the club, glossy eye, wig fried.
Okay, so yeah, I've definitely never listened to this record before. I do have a couple of copies of this. And yeah, B.O.V. I'm not sure what B.O.V. stands for. But there you have it. B.O.V. Okay, so now this next one. This is a group called Play Smooth. Let me show you that. I think I got this record from Drunk Jeff. And that's why it's got the big J on there, if I'm not mistaken. It's crazy that this is a Milwaukee record, and I didn't get this until I moved out here to Arizona and then bought it from somebody who's originally from Bakersfield, California. So definitely, you know, I've seen it before. I may have had this before, but this big J shows me that this came from Jeff. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, this is Play Smooth was it was two brothers and a cousin. I remember the cousin's name was Dave. I think one of the brothers' name was Mark, and I can't think of the third guy. I think it was Mark Davis or something like that. But I went to high school with these guys. All of these guys really, really, really cool, down to earth, you know, cool dudes. Cool dudes. This they released a couple of 12 inches back then, so you'll definitely be hearing from them again. But this record is called Gangster Story. And let's take a listen. It's been a long time since I put this record on.
Tech squad sweating a young brother for yayo. Yeah. They'll never find it cause I don't roll like that. I keep my work on 35th for all the hype set. I broke a key down at about 6:30. I fronted drew 6, so that left me with 30 ounces to sell. That's why my pockets with dollars. Excel and tell all my workers how to re-rock some dope and turn 30 to 60. Yeah. This ain't no joke, punk, you best keep listening. When I got done, I left the spot back on 35th. I ran down the street and hopped in my Plymouth. You think it did me, plague? I thought you was rolling, G. I'm in a Plymouth, so the police won't mess with me. Cause in this game, you got to be one step ahead, or else you're gonna wind up in a cell or worse yet. Them pegger words will turn your butt into a snitch, and then they'll say you went out like a bitch. You never got a chance to flex and break necks. Instead, you went out like Tyrannosaurus Rex. And the life that you was...
Alright, so we got some message rap right there. Play Smooth. Cool Brothers. I wonder what they up to these days. I know I reached out to one of the brothers years ago when I was doing my Milwaukee rap video, like documentary type thing. The first video posted on this channel. Go check it out, please. But we weren't able to link up because I definitely wanted to interview those guys for that video, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So Play Smooth, yeah. We all went to Custer High School. Okay, so next up is, I don't know if this is a group or if this is an individual, but goes by the name of Black Surreal. Black Surreal. The name of this song I'm going to play is called Savages. And, oh, it looks like it's, this is an EP too. Look. Oh, no, it's got like 5 songs on here. So we'll skip around real quick and see what's going on here. This is called Savages.
Bringing havoc on the earth.
2001 on here. Alright, next up, we got it. Aha! This is the name of this song.
That's exactly what I did. Lived to the fullest and hid until hunger did its bid. Breathing heavy, I reached for my machete. Ready for any motherfucker that moves like confetti. The planet fed me.
Alright, let's flip it over, see what we got. Mind State is the first one we're going to hear a little bit of. Then the next one is called Come On Girl. And then the last is called Live A. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is from 2001.
Shame on the brother when he's winning. I had it in YC6.
Antic, a raw panic, like the last scene of the Titanic. Life and death in this spirit automatic. Dramatically, I present what I'm honestly elapsed in time and space. When I motivate, packed with veggie proteins like them V8s. The goddess both says when them periods late, a quick fuck that turned into a long-drawn fate. You see,
okay. Come On Girl.
I'm up in boys posing as men, setting trends, never setting in trends. Your fake industry artists know your style be put in. You couldn't be hardcore if you had granite for skin. It's sickening the way you buck dance and grin. Empty and cold, trust no one.
Kind of has like a conscious sound to it. Man, this kind of reminds me of my man Professor Pitt. Live A is the name of this one. This sounds like a female, actually. I'm not exactly sure. This might be a female. I need to do some more research. See if I don't know anybody that knows anyone or anything about this group. It's called Black Surreal. There's 2 here, but I think I actually have 3 copies of this. I definitely have not heard this before. A lot of these groups popped up after I had moved away. Now, this last one I want to show you for this video is off of Marva Records. Marva, what was that guy's name who owned Marva? Is it on here? What was his name? His name is not on here. Anyway, Marvel was a recording studio where a lot of rappers recorded their songs in there, and Marvel put out a lot of 12 inches back then. Um, I never got to mix it up with them. I didn't know the guy who owned it or whatever. They definitely will be appearing on other records because I have a number of records that was off of the that came out of Marva Recording Studios. I just can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, this is a record called The Grand Rapper, and I'm assuming that that's exactly what it is. Now, I am sure that I've heard this way back when it came out, but this copy that I have is actually sealed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this open right now just so that we can hear how it sounds right now. I'm just assuming it's you know, grandma rapping or somebody's trying to sound like grandma or something like that. Wow. First time this thing has been open since, when did this come out? Does this have a year? Oh, 19, what does it say? Does that say 89? It's got to be 89. 1989, Marvel Records. Okay, so let's pop this on. This name of this song is, it just says Grand Rapper. There's another song called America, America. And that's it. We got the instrumentals on side B. Let's see what we got here. This should be interesting. Ashley's Roach clip. That's a good sign.
Once upon a time, back in 62, had a ring on my finger, said I do. Just 16, didn't know what I was doing. I'm the grand rapper, the first you see. Now you're learning how I got to be. I'm the grand rapper, the first you see. All you got to do is listen to me. Together forever, always we be, like you saw on TV. You know what I mean, Walton, Beaver, and Lucy family. I'm the grand rapper, the first you see. Now you're learning how I got to be. I'm the grand rapper, the first you see. All you got to do is listen to me.
Ooh, I like that.
In love, wouldn't listen to a soul. Two high school sweethearts doing our thing. Finally grown, education no more. Did I need? I now had a husband, a true Marine.
Okay, well, I hope I don't get flagged for that. Let's listen to America, America. I don't remember ever hearing this, so maybe I didn't hear it. I don't recall. I like the scratching on it.
America, a great place to be. We got to start helping each other, you see. America, a great place to be. We got to start helping each other, you see. Get up off your feet, get with the beat. Put your hands together, clap with me. Drugs, gang violence, here to stay. Taking back our neighborhoods today. America, a great place to be. We got to start helping each other, you see.
All right.
America, a great place to be. We got to start helping each other.
And that's the grand rapper. That's hilarious. Man, I could use a second copy of this just for that the instrumental of the first song entitled Grand Rapper. Man, they took that Ashley's Roach clip and freaked it nice. All right. And that's going to do it for this edition. More records from, or more Milwaukee rap records from my collection. Trust me, there's more of this coming. I only want to show so many per video, so we can just take our time and get a feel for everything. But I have, wow, almost a crate and a half of just Milwaukee records. You know what I mean? And the same thing goes with like Phoenix rap records. I have like an entire crate, more than a crate of just Phoenix records. So it's a lot of stuff out there. Um, but that's all I got for right now. But hopefully you like this video. There will be more like this because, like I said, I got a lot to show you. Until then, thank you guys for hanging out. This is Daryl D. You're watching Daryl D TV, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love.